Hey guys, so it's gardening on the West Fork, Zone 6 in West Virginia, and we've had a great dry spell, but then we got significant rain on whatever day this weekend. Maybe it was Saturday or Sunday, but Saturday. So this week they're calling for rain every day, and this is just my plants that I picked up at our plant haul, which we got that first full weekend of July, and I've been watering them on the deck. And since we're having a week of rain and it looks even into the following week, I've decided let's get these in the ground because they're happier in the ground. And these are pretty tough things that I'm getting ready to plant. This morning it's the cat's meow Nepata. I have 2 spots in the garden that I'm going to put this in. These are fantastic non-fussy plants. I'll finish deadheading my daylilies and taking the scapes off later. But I have Nepata in a corner of the garden, and when we go over to plant the other one, I'll show you where that is. But it's a taller one, and I don't know the variety, but it flops. This cat's meow does not flop. Cat's meow likes full sun, well-drained soil. It can take dry conditions, which we've been having a lot of heat in July, and when I bought the plant, it had blooms, and I cut them back, or I sheared it back, and you can see now I'm getting new blooms on it. It smells lovely. You can see the new little blooms coming out. So the one thing about these Nepata, they give you color year-round. So I wanted the Nepata in several parts of my garden. I had a daylily here, swirling waters, and I've had wonderful response to people coming and taking them away from me because I like to give them away, so that I could put this Nepata in here, and this will give me color into the fall. Looks pretty against the sedum that'll bloom, but mainly it gives me a little more texture. So anyhow, these were from the plant haul, and the next couple videos I do will probably show you planting some of the plants that we were able to purchase at 50% off, and some were 50% off, 50% off. So let's get going. What I've already done is I've dug a hole, and the soil here is really well composted. And the one thing about your cat's meow Nepata, or all Nepata, they don't require fertilization. In the spring, I will throw some compost on it, and right now I'm going to throw a shovelful compost, and just like this, get that in there. There's an eggshell. It'll decompose. I did water this thoroughly before planting it. In this time of year, when you buy these perennials, you must keep them watered through the season until next spring, at least once a week if you're not getting rain. And we're going to get rain all this week, but if it's a dry week, like we've had 2 weeks in a row that we had no rain, I kept things watered. But you can see how moist I've kept this, and look at the nice root system. So this should just settle right in. But I will keep a jug of water close at hand, and if we have a dry week, I will water it thoroughly once a week, unless it's 100 degrees, and that's not expected here so far. So you're going to plant this as you do any other plant at the level it came out of the pot. And I'll stick this in the ground. I'm going to fool a little bit with spread the roots out. Put this back in there, just like that. And take the soil that came out of it, pack it nicely around there. I just mulched this bed, but fortunately, Reg purchased more than one bag. We have more mulch. And so I'm going to spread my mulch back around. I'm not going to put it too close to its crown, just so it can absorb more water. So I've got it in the ground, mulched up, and I'm going to give it a drink. And that's all that's to it. And I'm going to be real happy with this plant in this area. It's going to give me lots of color. So, cat's meow Nepata. I do like to mark my plants so that I don't forget. Some plants have been given to me and the owners didn't know them, so I don't, you know, when you get them as a gift, unless they keep a tag, they don't know the name. And sometimes I make up my own names, like Reggie's brown-eyed girl, Daylily. So follow me over here. We'll get another one in the ground. And this one is going to complement, I like balance. So we have the floppy Nepata over to the left by the beautiful zinnias right now. And I have sheared this back twice. And look at these lovely blooms. And what I find that once you cut it back, it stays more compact and doesn't fall and lop over as much. Here's a nice weed. Anyway, let's get this planted. I've got the hole dug, same process, and it will look really nice here. These get 2 feet wide, 17 to 20 inches tall, deer resistant, rabbit resistant, which is wonderful because I haven't sprayed now in 2 weeks and I haven't seen any deer damage. Of course, the daylilies looking gorgeous still. That's the sign. If I notice there's a bud missing, it's like I'm a little late, but if you notice a bud's missing, you need to get your liquid fence out. Same thing here. Dig your hole, add a little compost, and plant your plant. Always have it wet in the cans when it's July. And we've had 95 degrees, 70% humidity, 70% dew point, with a feel like of 100 degrees, which is nice. Summertime. You gotta love it. You wait forever for this to happen. So you can see how this is going to be pretty against this sedum in the fall, against this beautiful Dolce wildberry heuchera. And it'll bloom constantly. That's what I'm looking for. Because in a perennial border, when your perennials quit blooming, it's nice to have a lot of texture or color, which I don't plant a lot of annuals, I think mainly because my garden is 28, 29 years old, and it has filled in beautifully, which doesn't leave a lot of space unless I take plants out. That's what I was doing with the daylilies, making room for some other pretty perennials. And I'm going to water this in. If we don't get rain the rest of the week, this jug will get used to water it. So let me take a look. Yeah, I love it. Cat's Meow Nepata. Smells wonderful. You can probably find it right now in your garden centers like we did at a nice price. Try it, you'll like it. So that is another couple of my plant hauls in the ground where they're going to be happier. We'll see you the next time. Bye.